I need $1 bad.
We are live. Week 10. Big week for your boy. We've climbed back. We now have the new worst line chaser in Luke Schultz taking over the dog cage crown. It was a good week all around. Chiefs came through late in OT for a 10-unit swing. So
Huge
shout out
5-unit
you.
parlay out of the kids over here. I mean, just massive all around.
Shout out us. Anybody got anything to touch on before we jump into the numbers going to week 10?
Patrick Mahomes is a crybaby bitch. He got helped off the field and then is jogging on the sideline 3 seconds later. He got to get walked off with two guys to just be completely fine, and we're never going to hear about it the rest of the year. He's a crybaby bitch. He plays it up for the cameras. Fuck him. He did the same shit in the playoffs a couple years ago. Oh, my ankle. Oh, my God. It's like I broke my ankle. And he plays the game and wins, and he wins the Super Bowl. Shut the fuck up, you big baby bitch.
Well, it generally that's because Taylor Swift jizzed up some black magic into his leg. That's what happened.
Did you say jizzed up some black magic?
He did. I don't understand.
All right. Eras
All right.
tour.
Producer Joel has had a couple martinis, so he's a little loose right now. No olives. I mean, it's straight.
This is the third
yak.
recording.
Yeah, this is our third go, so just pray for us tonight. Also, shout out, we are doing this live presidential election. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on here. Anybody got anything else to say before we jump into the numbers?
Real quick on the Chiefs game. If you watch this game, Chiefs offensively struggled first and second half. Should have went up 7-0. Xavier Worthy lost track on the field, had a walk-in touchdown. Really, really killed my night. Other than that, if you watched it coming out of half, they made it apparent that they are going to run the ball. Their whole offense banks on them creating deep opportunities through the run. And when they started shoving it down with Kareem Hunt, this offense looked 10 times different, and honestly, some of the best offense they've played all year. Going into OT, Baker, props to you, tried to lead the comeback. My MVP candidate, dark horse, if Chris Godwin and Mike Evans didn't go down. But, yeah, Chiefs are really good. They're a really, really, really good team.
I agree.
I think they could go undefeated. I really do. The rest of the schedule is kind of a cakewalk, to be honest with you. They own the Bills.
The best team in the league.
Yeah, they own the Bills. Texans can give them a run, and the Steelers could maybe give them a run as well. Depending on Russ plays. Yeah, I mean, they definitely could win. Depends on Russ plays against that defense, though. Russ against the Spags defense could be pretty ugly for him, I think, personally. But the rest of the games are an absolute cakewalk. I mean, Broncos twice, the Raiders again. Like it's pretty much a cakewalk.
It's the NFL, bro. It's the fucking NFL, and their offense can barely scrape together 20+ points a game. Chill out.
They're this defense is that good.
Oh,
can we mute Joel?
When it comes
what is he talking about?
That's facts. I agree with that.
Thanks, Joel.
I agree with that.
Anyway, I was going to say something and now I forgot. So
that's all right.
Move on.
Well, it's all right. Let's jump into numbers. Corey, let's see what we got going in this week.
Yep.
I'm up a unit and a half. I'm almost hitting the red. We're going to get it back this week, though. Tell me. Connor brought it back from the fucking depths of the ocean to -7.
Mariana Trench, motherfucker.
Down
deep is
50.
You can go.
Listen to me. Look me in the eyes. Down 50 to single digits.
It's just going to take that one team that he puts in a teaser to lose for him to be right back.
Keep hating.
Finster slowly, gradually going up. He's at 11.1.
Yeah.
Connor had an off week last week, but he's still the main dog.
Tony, do you want to speak on yours real quick? I heard you say, go ahead and you
Yeah.
want to jump in on that number.
Continue to have the best win percentage out of the bets on here for like the last 4 or 5 weeks. Continuing to play my big bets, 6-2 run right now. Been pretty hot in those. And then my goal by the end of this is probably around 25 to 30 units. I've done this legitly. I have not placed anything more than 3 units, and I don't place 50 units a week because I just think that is unrealistic because no one has the bankroll to place 50 units a week. If you placed regular units and you have the right on a 100, 200 bankroll, we're going to be a goal of 25 to 30 units by the end of the season.
Yeah, and I'll jump in. It's a pussy ass argument. Have the bankroll, play my plays.
No one has the bankroll for that.
I have what is that? 96 more bets placed in this kid, and I'm still beating him in units. So that just goes to show that, just bet it and you'll be good.
The number one complaint I've had a couple guys listen from work who ask me about my bets, and they say I listen to the podcast and I don't get any answers because there's 100 bets. I come in, they want some sort of clarity on what to bet, and they're like, I already have 1,000 options on the book, and I go and listen to the podcast, I still have 1,000 options to choose from. I just don't see how we're helping people by doing that. I've always said that we need to singleize our bets more and prioritize single bets that we all like the best bets. I think we should do. It's like 5 to 10 bets, not 50 plays, because that doesn't help anybody. Because who can place 50 fucking plays in a week? No one has. If I place $20, I have to choose from 50 bets. I just don't have the bankroll to do that. I just think it's unrealistic. I just don't see how that's helping anybody.
Okay,
well,
Captain Tony.
I'm glad you brought that up mid-pod instead of any other time, like where we were talking about
the
it.
The thing is,
all right.
You don't have to bet every single one of our bets.
Yes,
we're talking about what we like.
Yeah, people don't. I like
we
that.
Specifically have different unit increments to let people know that these are the things we like more than the other ones that we're putting less units on.
If I go through okay, Luke, well, let me clarify something. I've gone through the history of our spreadsheet. There has been a huge increase in 2 units and 3 unit bets.
Well, we know who the culprits are.
Well, I only bet 2 units. I don't do unit plays, so that's probably mostly me.
This is my point.
And I only do my 1 unit is 2 units. I like making fucking money. I like seeing that unit number rise.
What I'm saying, that's I think the problem in the podcast is right now. We can talk about this more off stream, but what I'm saying is that I feel like we are prioritizing beating each other in this competition than we are helping people trying to make money. That's what I'm just saying.
All right, let's move on.
I only got 8 units. I only got 8 plays this week, so I limited
few people that are guilty of that.
But let's move on. Hunter, next on the list. Corey, keep going.
Yeah, Hunter's up 14.5. Luke is now the new dog cage guy. We talked about this. He's down 14.5. And then IT Joel is hovering around the same number he has.
Still hanging on to that Andy Dalton fucking passing yards play.
Before we say any bullshit about my Andy Dalton play, I was down to like 2.2 units won last week. I'm up 4 units this week. Give me a break.
Perfect. Love that explanation. And that is where we are. And we're up, 11.6 units as a pod. So, all right, jumping into the Thursday night football game. We have the Cincinnati Bengals on the road in Baltimore versus the Ravens. Ravens -6, -112, over under 53. Luke, what do you got for us?
Yep, total way too high to feel good about the over, which is the only play I would have on that because of how bad these defenses are and how good these offenses are. We already saw these teams play once this year. It was a great game, bad ending for the Bengals, but I think this game will be close. I would lean taking the 6. I understand it's in Baltimore. It's a short week, but I think this game means a little extra to Burrow. This was a game, obviously, that he suffered his injury that all Twitter doctors said he would never be able to recover from, and he's having the best season of his career. Just don't listen to Twitter doctors. They're the dumbest people on the internet. So my one play for this game will be Evan McPherson over 2.5 extra points. It's at +140. I have 2 units on that play. I expect the Bengals to be able to score 21, or I guess 3 touchdowns. The one thing that we talked about is that the total's at 53. The book expects the Bengals to score 3 touchdowns. So it scares me that you're getting plus juice on that, because that means that they either think we're going to go for 2
He's
or
gonna
that
miss.
McPherson's is going to miss. And but we're going to ride it because it's too good a value. So 2 units on that to basically win 3.
Hunter.
Yeah, so kind of going off Luke's point with this McPherson, I expect the Bengals offense to get moved. I think both teams are going to get moving the ball. I think that spread and over is also just a little too tough for me. I think the Bengals might outright win this. But I don't want to lay all that money in the yards. I just don't know how this game's going to go. But we are going to go with one player prop. We're going to go Jamar Chase over 83.5 at minus 120. Just people, if you are listening and do want to take this, get it on FanDuel. It's at 82.5 on FanDuel at minus 113. I don't know why the odds are like this. But just to give you some context on why I'm taking this, Jamar has played 7 games against the Baltimore Ravens. He's averaging 100 yards per game and has scored 5 touchdowns in 7 games. He's going to need to be utilized in this offense. Him, Chase Brown, Gesicki are going to be the 3 to look at. But yeah, and then one more thing, real quick. Finster wasn't throwing me under the bus on the unit play. Just wanted to mention I will be lowering my unit counts. We'll be lowering my unit counts this week. I believe we only have 8 bets in place, so we're going to try and make it more reasonable to where you guys can actually feed and start winning off this and really just lock in the plays. But yeah, look for a big game out of Jamar, and then hopefully a Bengals win.
Corey.
Yeah, I don't have anything on the line or the over/under. However, I do have 2 player prop plays. I'm jumping on board with Hunter on Jamar's over 83.5 receiving yards. I like that play a lot. If the Bengals are going to win, it's going to be on the coattail of Jamar and Burrow. I also might bet some first quarter props for him. I think he's going to get started early. My other play, which I just found on DraftKings, is a head-to-head matchup. I like Chase Brown plus 34.5 rushing yards against King Henry. I think this is a game script thing. If the Bengals can get out in front, the Ravens have proven that they will take Derrick Henry out in obvious passing situations. So you're hoping that the Bengals get out in front and you're laying 34.5 points, or you're getting 34.5 points, excuse me. I like that play a lot. It's at minus 115 on DraftKings right now.
How many units?
1 on each.
Okay. 2 on mine. Sorry, I forgot to mention that.
Finster.
Yeah, I feel like just deja vu saying this again for some reason. Don't know why, but yeah, Derrick Henry, Derrick Henry, alt line, 70 plus rushing yards. I don't really want to say an analysis again, but all you got to know is this guy has 3 legs. Just go ahead and take the over on 70 plus alt line. 3-leg Derrick Henry, and then Joe Coolborough, 225 passing yards. His line is crazy right now. His regular line is 268. I kind of like the under in that. I don't want to contradict myself though by saying that that's kind of a crazy line. He passed it for like 330 in the first game, but that was a very fast-paced game. The clock was stopped a lot. Lamar Jackson threw the ball a lot, so those 2 play. That's my only play for 2 units. The juice is at minus 128 right now. Putting 2 units on it to buy some of the juice down. It'll be minus 150 probably a kickoff. I already bet it today actually on my actual account because I know that I've seen these alt line parlays go up. So I would, as soon as you see this, I would bet it.
Yeah, no play for me this game. I'll keep it short and sweet. No play. Give me a great game and enjoy watching. But
Yeah, one other quick
thing
with T missing another game and Burton not being able to stay out of his own way. Gesicki's pretty much the wide receiver 2 on this team. Yoshivash is too inconsistent still. His line's at 47.5. I would expect him to hit that if the Bengals going to be moving the ball. I'm not going to make an official play, but he's been coming into his own, and Burrow really looks for him, especially on 3rd downs.
Yeah,
Awesome.
the other guys are going to have to step up, man. That's why I couldn't take. That's why I think that 268 is crazy. They don't even really have a solid wide receiver.
I'm kind of convincing myself more on the under now that we talked about it more without seeing the game. I think that the Bengals will have to make it a dogfight if they want to win.
The whole offense is definitely out of man.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Moving on. All right. Getting into the Munich game. We're in Germany now, if you don't know where Munich is.
Oh, I did not know that this was in Germany.
I did not know
It's
this was
in
Germany.
Germany. It is 9:30 a.m. New York Giants on the road versus the Carolina Panthers. Panthers plus 5.5 on a neutral, over under 41.5. Luke, I'm gonna hit you again.
I'm
I'm gonna
not
hit you
going to
again.
say
That's a
that the
crazy
Germans
look.
don't deserve this, but this is cruel and unusual punishment.
This is the last reparation they have
Yeah,
to
it's
pay.
war reparation for what
This
they
is the
did.
last reparation they have to pay.
Jesus.
This
Right.
is worse than the Treaty of Versailles history, no?
I said in these notes, I said I don't think the Giants should be laying 5. It was 5 at the time. It's now 5.5 on the road to anyone. But now that it's in Germany, I guess it's a different. I guess not. I guess they're
It's in
both on the
Germany.
road.
It's a neutral.
Yeah. I'm not betting this game. If you bet this game, you're sick. You're a sicko. But yeah, I would lean the Panthers. I don't think the Giants are good enough to be laying 5.5.
How do we just feel about the under here?
Well,
Good defense, bad
let me
offense.
run
feel
you
like
into
under
that
game here.
because
Yeah, talk to me.
I'm sick because I'm betting on this fucking game. There's value to be made here. We are going to take a note from our Lunder, and we're going to place 2 units on the Gunder. We're going to go with it. The Panthers offense they scored some points versus the shitty ass Saints, who me and Connor got so wrong. That they're all tanking. Everybody's
Stand up.
tanking now.
Everybody's
You guys,
bad.
they're not tanking. They're just bad. There's a lot of bad teams. You
They're-
guys gotta
they're
stop throwing the word
bad.
tanking around.
They're bad, but I will say the thing is, I love this matchup because Carolina's offense is bad. New York's defense is really good. Panthers defense bad. New York Giants offense bad. That leads me to believe that we're going to see under 41.5. I don't like how high this line is. I think 41.5 is a little too high.
Well, it's a Panthers game, bro.
the
Totals
Panthers totals have been
This is
ridiculous.
a low
I know.
Panthers total.
I know,
Low.
but Giants, they know that defense is good. That's why they have to know that defense. Bryce Young, it's going to go back to the most sacked QB in the NFL after this game. I mean, it's ridiculous. So
yeah, it's gonna be rough.
we're going to take the Gunder, and we're going to hope and pray. Should be hopefully a hot kickstart to your Sunday morning. But yeah, 41.5 minus 112, 2 units, quarterback.
Give me a unit on the Gunder. I'm on that train. Choo choo. Corey.
Gunder.
Taking a page out of Connor's book here, I actually have a
Oh, wow.
tease in this game. I'm
Wow.
teasing the Giants down to plus half a point,
Okay.
or a pick 'em, I guess.
Yep, a pick 'em.
And I'm also teasing the Bears to a pick 'em against the Patriots. Minus 120. I'm throwing 1 unit on that.
Okay, 1 unit's acceptable. Okay.
Betting on the Bears.
Go Pats. Go Pats. Our defense sucks dick,
Sister,
Luke, so.
talk to me.
Yeah, Treaty of Versailles. It's a good pool there, Con. I'm proud of you for that one. But I should say I am happy that this game is going to be super early. It's going to be earlier than the London game because it's Germany. They're like 2 hours before them.
9:30 a.m., bro.
Yeah,
It's 9:30 a.m.
They must be starting it. They must be starting in the afternoon and not the evening. But let's just say I'm happy it's in the early in the morning, and hopefully I'm not awake to watch this shit. So let's just move on to the next game.
Real quick note, I will be in Vegas for this game. 6:30 a.m. kickoff, baby.
Oh,
Come
yeah,
on.
That's disgusting for the West Coast.
So gross for
Yeah,
the West Coast. Shout out our West Coast listeners, all
the
0
circa-
of you.
Fine,
The
fine, fine.
Circa loves 6:30 kickoffs.
Oh yeah, we'll be
Anyway.
there, baby.
There's
Those
gonna be
girls
those
are
guys
going to
who love
be dancing
gadgets.
on the tables, throwing chips out of their
6:30
tatas.
a.m.
Let's move on.
Moving on, 1 o'clock slate. This is the best game in the 1 o'clock slate. If you're not there watching this game, what are you fucking doing? Pittsburgh Steelers on the road, off the bye, in Washington. Commanders, a measly 2.5 point home favorite, minus 118. Over under a high Steelers 45.5. Corey, go ahead and lead us off here.
Do you want me to?
Just
I don't have a
Shocking
play.
news.
I don't have a play in this game. Once
Dane
again,
Daniels is basically Lamar, Corey.
yeah, well,
Like you should just have a play.
yeah, but he doesn't have a 1-4.
Lamar's
record
really
like
good
the
though.
Steelers.
Hunter, talk to me.
Like I have been such a Jaden Daniels and Commanders fan. It scares me. This game scares me. There's no getting cute about it. I told Luke last week, take the Commanders against the Giants and don't overthink it. And it cashed. Came down to a 2-point conversion, was a lot closer than I thought, but we still cashed. I cannot, in good faith, tell Luke to not
Thank
overthink
you.
because whatever I tell Luke,
I was
not
praying you
overthink it.
weren't
He's
gonna do it.
betting,
I was praying
and
you weren't.
in good faith, and honestly, I hate the AFC North. I hate them, but I think the Steelers win this game and kind of just shut down Jaden. Joey Porter as a Terry McLaurin fantasy owner, very concerned. But I cannot bet this game in good faith. So we will move on to next week and look for the next Commanders matchup, but this one will not be for me.
Jerry
Well,
just
let me
has to
talk to
line
you
up on
here.
the side opposite of Joey. Joey doesn't chase people. He plays
Let
one
me
side.
talk to you here, okay? Because
Okay,
I've played
B.
this game. I've played this game. This is gonna be a close game. Say what you want. It's gonna be a close game. All right. I don't know who's gonna win. I don't care who's gonna win for my betting side. Obviously, I want
Wonder
to win
what's
for the
coming.
Steelers, but this is a
Ooh.
teaser play. Super simple.
Wow.
Take the Steelers up to 8.5. Pair it with the LA Chargers at home versus the Titans down to 1.5. 3 units. 2 team 6-point teaser.
God, I like that play a lot, Con. I'm not going to bet it, but I
Luke?
like that play.
Yeah, can't bet against the Steelers coming off a bye, especially against a rookie quarterback. But Jane Daniels isn't any normal rookie quarterback. He's a special type of player, and I would lean the Commanders to win this game. I think this is a very important game for both of these teams. I think this is kind of like which one of these teams is for real? Are they both for real? Is this going to be a dogfight where you're like feeling good about both teams, or is this one of these teams is posing as a good team while the other one actually is one?
Let me ask
see.
you guys this
Yeah,
question. What team do you think has the better chance to just absolutely embarrass the other?
The Commanders
Commanders.
You think
to
that
embarrass the Steelers.
Embarrass
Really?
the other?
Interesting.
I don't think the
Interesting,
Steelers. I don't think the Steelers can embarrass the
I
Commanders.
don't think you have
I'm not
enough
gonna comment, 'cause I'm a
firepower
fan.
Yeah, I
to
don't think your offense
embarrass
is.
them, but you guys can definitely win this game.
I think you win the game. I think if
easily.
the Steelers win the game, it's gonna be ugly. I think the Commanders could win in a
Really?
rout.
Yeah, that's very
The
interesting.
Commanders don't have a good defense.
They've
They
been
just
better
got Marshawn
lately.
Lattimore.
Finster, do you have a brother? Finster, do you have a play in this game?
Yeah,
Your
I do.
offense isn't that good, Corey.
Russie though,
This-
31 points a game. Sorry,
Luke,
Tony.
Luke, no, go ahead. You guys have anything else?
Russie
No, I
is
don't know.
averaging
I was just-
31 points
I
a
was just
game.
telling Corey that their Steelers,
Okay, Corey, let's
Steelers
pipe
offense
down.
isn't that good.
I do have a play. This Luke kind of nailed it on the head here. This is like a game of Among Us or Guess Who or who's the fucking the imposter here. It's kind of what we're looking like. Both these teams in my head are just kind of frauds a little bit. Jaden Daniels is playing absolutely above and beyond expectations, and I think he just comes down here on this game. He's playing the first kind of real defense he has all season, to be honest with you.
That is fair.
Played the
And
Giants twice.
Played the Bears.
And Giants twice.
I think we're kind of hyping up the Giants better than they really are on defense. They're good,
It's
but
one
they're
of the best
not
defensive
like
lines in football.
yeah, but they
Good,
also
but
have.
they're always on the field because the offense is never on the field.
I
Go
mean,
ahead. Sorry for
kind of-
interrupting. Good.
that does boost a lot of sack statistics there. But yeah, give me the Steelers buying the whole point. I never take a 2.5 line, buy the whole point. They don't have it on DraftKings, but it'll probably be in the minus 130s, I'm assuming. Give me a unit and a half on this to help buy some of the juice. 1.5, Corey. I believe in this Pittsburgh team, especially coming off the bye. They've been running the ball a lot better, which is key. Russ opens up the deep ball, which is huge. I don't know how much Mike Williams is going to play, but George Pickens, deep ball with Russell Wilson has looked good. The rest of the team has also looked good. The O-line's been playing well, and you don't have to say much about the defense. TJ Watt should be able to chase down Jaden Daniels, and I expect Mike Tomlin to have a game plan to contain him on his legs. Brian Thomas has been kind of banged up. Austin Lecker's old as fuck. Not worried about it there. So yeah, give me the Steelers plus 3.5.
I played a
just
great
on.
game last Sunday.
Just added Preston Smith too today.
Old and washed.
I do like Preston.
You can
Smith. He
say
looks
that,
kinda-
but it's depth.
Old and
It's
washed.
an experience depth piece, which I bet
Moving
you wish
on.
the Bengals had.
Well, yeah, I mean, I wish the Bengals would just, hey, whatever. We got Khalil Herbert. Second
Moving on.
mid-season trade in 50 years.
Moving on. Buffalo Bills on the road in Indy versus the Colts. Colts +4 at home, over under 46 flat. Corey, talk to us here.
Yeah, I have no play on this game. Not a huge fan of this spot here. I can't really find an alleyway to bet here, so I'm going to shy away. Send it over to Luke, who looks like he has a play.
Talk
That's
to
the only
us.
way to bet. The Bills are good. The Colts are not. They just had a fucking pitiful performance against one of the worst pass defenses in the NFL. Give me the Colts. I mean the Bills -4 in this spot. I think they roll here. I don't think the Colts can even. I think this might be a rout.
Finster?
Bring it. Nope. Hold on, Finn. I got the rope, brother.
Hang on. I got Luke. Throw it back to me. I'm throwing it back to
Yeah,
you.
you give me the rope, baby.
There you go.
This is like, if I lose this, I'm gonna be upset. This is the easiest Bills cover I've seen all season. I will say, my only thing is we are laying the hammer on JT's rushing over. That is a given. Devon Achane just tore this team up. And Joe Flacco, I think, is a good enough QB to where they kind of have to worry about the pass.
Ugh.
Maybe. I was bad on Minnesota, but that was a week. Brian Flores has been doing this shit all year with QB, so whatever.
But their pass defense hasn't been good. They've been letting up yards and shit. He couldn't get first downs. It was bad.
I know, but their O-line looked bad. Colts O-line looked bad versus that Minnesota D-line. But is Amari Cooper playing this game?
He should, I believe.
Okay, so that's a big one. And two, look for big games out of Kincaid. Shakir finally came into his own last game, looked really good.
Shakir's so nice.
And then I think you almost have a two-headed backfield, and Buffalo is starting to form. Ray Davis is trying to get a fucking playing time. I mean, he's doing great with the touches he gets. So it's just more dynamic in that offense. Josh Allen's starting to show why he wants to have that MVP candidate case and get his first one. But yeah, if this bet loses, me and Luke should be in the doghouse because I just don't see how this Colts team should be laying +4 against this team, even at home.
Josh
2 units on -4, Corey.
Gus Bradley defensive part. He's going to tear it up.
Ben.
Don't have any plays on the game line. I really wanted to take the over, but I talked myself out of it. Expect a lot of player props on the overs here. It's probably going to be a shootout, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no play for me. I kind of think it's a trap spot for the Bills here. Colts do a fucking stinker on Sunday night. Now they come back into their home. Bills sneak away from Miami. I don't know. Seems like a weird
I have a
spot.
question. Is like Michael Pittman, he went from being talked about as a top 15 receiver in the league. Is he like bad or is it just the situation he's in?
I know he's been hurt too. He's had some back problems this year. But yeah, I don't know. Sam's been.
I don't believe he had a
Michael
catch, did he?
Pittman. Yeah,
I think
it's
it's
just
just
about Pittman. I think
I think
he's
it's-
a little bit of situation,
Mike-
a little bit of injury luck that's not gone his way this year. But I feel like he has some attitude problems too. I don't know. That's just the vibes I've been getting from Sam's tweets about him. So I don't watch many Colts games.
Shout out Sam.
Yeah.
Shout out Sam. Real quick,
Okay.
shout out Alec Pierce. If you are listening to this, I just found out that I do have your number in my contacts. I will be texting you this week to come join the pod. We will not be talking betting if you do decide to come on, but it will be a nice guest appearance and we'll get a lot of views off you. So please come on our pod. Go ahead, Tony.
I was just going to say Michael Pittman, it doesn't help that he's had a quarterback change just about every single week. So there's just no chemistry in this offense. And they're completely different quarterbacks. And the Vikings blitzed a lot in that game. It's hard to get the ball outside to your X receivers. So
True.
Facts. Moving on, Atlanta Falcons on the road versus the Saints. Saints obviously fired Dennis Allen, Trey Lattimore. They're taking. Saints plus 3.5
They
at
actually are
home.
taking.
Over under 46. Man, someone talked me out of taking the Saints here. I mean,
I
we
want to
all-
take the Saints. I want to take the Saints.
You guys are
Great.
crazy.
Saints.
I
bad.
with how this offense is rolling in Atlanta
New
and
coach
how
theory.
Kirk Cousins is
I
playing,
know.
I just don't. I'm laying Corey. I want 2 units on. I don't think the juice is out, but I want 2.5 for the Falcons. I'm comfortable
got-
taking 3.5, but I want 2.5. I just don't in any world know how the Saints. Once again, these back-to-back lines here. I can't wrap my head on them.
You're buying a full point.
Yes, I am. And or actually, no, let's buy half a point. Let's go 3. If I push, I push. But this Falcons offense has just been too good for me not to bet. I think it's a good bounce back spot for the Saints to play much better than they just did, even though you had Kamara go for 150 yards and still couldn't beat the Panthers. But yeah, and especially with Marshall Lattimore gone. Drake London's day-to-day with a hip pointer. I expect him to play this game. And even if he's out there, he will be hopefully a pawn piece. So yeah, I don't know. Luke, I know you have something to say. Go ahead.
I'm not going to bet this because I can't, but I just can't in good faith. But I've been against the Falcons all year, and I just have to give a little reason for why this is the new coach theory at like its finest. Imagine the bump as a player going from Dennis Allen, the biggest dork of all time, to Darren Rizzi. The players had custom shirts ready to go. They were ready for Dennis Allen out the door. They knew Rizzi was getting the promotion. They had shirts ready to go that said Merry Rizmas. They were all wearing these shirts at practice today. I feel like this is an all-time just smack a division opponent in the mouth. They're going to fall back to earth after this. I'm not bad on the
Who are they throwing to? Who are they throwing? Well, Olave's not going to play.
Mike Thomas might come back, except he hates Derek Carr. I literally wrote the new coach theory. It's the new coach theory versus Derek Carr is your quarterback theory. So can the new coach give you enough of a bump to surpass the fact that Derek Carr is your quarterback? That's the real question you have to ask yourself. So I'm not going to bet it, but I do think that Rizzi gives him a big bump here. I think they might cover 3.5. I don't know if they'll win, but I think it might be close. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm not touching it. Hunter, you bring up a good point. I think Cabrera has a big game, though, versus this Falcons defense.
He's going to hate
That's
his
fine.
life.
That's fine. But even if he has a big game, it's proven they can't fucking win against the Panthers. Like, what? It's incredible.
Good point. Corey Finster?
Corey, go ahead.
Yeah, I do have a play in this game. I'm expecting Clint Kubiak to kind of take over calling plays more than he has since he doesn't have the handcuffed Dennis Allen at his fucking heels. I like the over in this game. It's set at 46 right now, I believe, at minus 112 odds here. The Falcons are going to do what they do. They're probably going to score 25 plus. I just need the Saints to pick back up from where they left off the first couple weeks in the Clint Kubiak play calling. I don't know. Score 21 should be good.
Finster?
Yeah, give me the Falcons by the point down to minus 2.5 for 1 unit. Hunter already kind of said everything I needed to say. This Saints team is banged up on offense. There's legitimately nobody I could name on the other than the tight end.
Jawan Johnson, baby.
Jawan Johnson's about to get to him, and then Alvin Kamara, but that is just about it. Everyone else is dead, and they've already said to basically to the entire world, and the team knows it now that they are not going to try to win games really here. They traded their best player on defense, arguably. So yeah, give me the Falcons minus 2.5.
You don't know Bub Means?
Who exactly?
Brother.
There we go.
Brother.
There we go.
Bob means 2+, Corey. Let's get in on it early.
Wow.
Moving on, Minnesota Vikings on the road in Jacksonville. Jags +4 at home. Over under 47. Finster, talk to me here.
What game are we on? I'm sorry. The Vikings Jags?
Yes, sir.
I think the Vikings are honestly still a fraud, but I just can't talk myself into bet. Look how good Jacksonville played in the second half of that Eagles game.
You're close to getting this pick here. You're on the edge.
I can't do it though, Luke. Do you want me to bet the Jags +4?
No, I would. There's another play here. It's the over. It's the over. The Jags are awful. The Jags defense is atrociously bad.
That's not true. That's not true. They played so good that first half. They played so good.
That's one half. If you watch the rest of their games, the Jags defense is bad.
They played out of their mind.
The Vikings secondary is atrocious. I think that Trevor Lawrence is going to pass all over these guys. I think this game is going to soar over. That's my play. I'm putting 1 unit.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Luke. Say his play. I don't have a play, so someone else take it. I can't talk myself into it.
Oh man, yeah, I really want to take the Vikings here. I think the Jags are frauds. I think this defense is going to put a Vikings defense
with 2 wins. Jags are not good. 2 wins. 2 wins.
I know it's rough, man, but I can't do it. No play for me on the total other side. Hunt?
I want to take the over so bad, but I can't. First off, the line's scary to me. Jags they're starting to become the king of backdoors here. It seems to be, but I don't know. Trevor Lawrence under pressure stinks. They're going to throw every blitz package they have on him, and try and see how quick he can get out of the pocket. And it's not good. BTJ was unusable last week. I don't know how his hamstring's holding up, but I just don't I don't know if the Jags will score more than 13 points in this game, legitimately. So I can't do it. I would lean the over if I did have it, but I just can't bring myself to do it. I'm passing on this game as well.
Or bear.
Yeah, Hunter, you were on the right track. Just say it. It's under 47. Luke is
can't do
wrong
it.
in this spot. Luke is
Can't do
wrong.
it.
I think Sam Darnold is gradually progressing backwards into the bucket of shit that he was his whole career. And you could see it week after week after week. He's gotten worse. He was fucking an MVP candidate the first 4 weeks of the season, and now he's dog ass. I like the under here. I don't think Trevor Lawrence is going to be able to get this offense going against this Brian Flores defense. They're going to send so many disguised blitzes at him, run cover 2. And what's the way to beat cover 2? You run the ball. I like Travis Etienne. I like Tank Bigsby to have big days. But when you run the ball, that clock drips. And I think 47 is way too high for 2 offenses that, quite frankly, have not been good these past couple weeks. So
I love that take. Moving on though. Denver Broncos on the road in Kansas City. Chiefs -8, over under 41.5. I'll go ahead first here and set the tone for this. Give me Broncos +8 for 2 units. Chiefs play nothing but close games. I actually like what Peyton and Bo and that offense are kind of cooking up there. The defense is obviously good. Kansas City plays. Another thing too, I like betting teams that play OT games, right? Especially on Monday night. So short week, OT game on top of that. So it's a long, brutal game in the rain. It was grimy. Broncos obviously got destroyed versus the Ravens, but give me the Broncos +8 for 2 units for all those reasons I just mentioned.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop off that. I like that. I'm also on that. I think this is a big bounce back for the Broncos and a big letdown for the Chiefs. I think this could be the first Chiefs loss of the year. I'm on Broncos
agree.
+8.5.
I agree. The money line at +300 is tempting
Yeah.
if you want to get frisky, but I'll take my 8 points.
it's +8
Hunter?
right now.
I might have a lottery play.
Hunter.
I can't bring myself to do it as much as I love Bo Nix. I think +8's the sharp play. Because God, the Chiefs they can't blow anybody out. I mean, no
No.
matter how they look, no matter what they do, they get in these sticky situations where they barely are winning. And Mahomes said it best, which it kind of scares me even more for another Super Bowl. They're seeing every single aspect of teams and they're still winning. So I can't do it. I don't think the offense last week scared me. They got 10 points quick, and then they did not do shit until late in the fourth when it was garbage. They were losing by 30. But prior to that, they look good. But I want to bet the Broncos. I lean the Broncos, but I can't lay money on against the Chiefs right now in any fashion.
Corey.
I don't have a set in stone play for this, not for the pod at least. I'll tell you why I don't like the Broncos in this spot though. They scored 10 points against the Ravens defense last week, and the Chiefs defense is miles ahead of the Ravens defense. Chiefs defense is a top 3 defense in the league. They are elite. They are going to carry Patty Mahomes probably to 3 straight. Let's be honest here. So that's why I don't like the Broncos. I don't really like the Chiefs either because Patrick Mahomes and that offense, they're kind of ass right now. So I'm not going to confidently bet this either way.
Looks a lot different with D-Hop there, I will say.
It is. It is.
Fenster.
I don't understand the unconfidence in this 8-0 team or 9-0 team now. Or is 8-0? I
have
don't know which one
confidence
it
in the
is.
defense.
now.
I've been saying they have an
8-0 team
elite
had the bye.
defense for a long time.
Yeah, but 8 points is a lot in the NFL. It's too much. We're gonna tease it down -2.5, -2.5. Pair that with the
-2.
9. Well, yeah, -2, and then the Niners down to +1, I think. Yeah, Corey kind of said it. You think a rookie quarterback is gonna come in to Chiefs Kingdom and beat on this fucking Spags defense? Like, come on, man. This defense already showed me on Thursday night against Baker how much pressure they can put on a quarterback. And Bo Nix, he's been playing right. He's been playing better since the start of the season. But man, this is a whole different type of Go ahead, Corey. What you gotta say?
No, 1 unit.
Yeah, 1 unit. Sorry. Yeah, this Spags defense is for real, and this is in Chiefs Kingdom. And that stadium's fucking rocking, dude. And you can say what you want about that Thursday night game, how they didn't look good. They looked phenomenal. The offense did in the second half when they started running the ball. Are we gonna act like the Broncos defense is a great rush defense? They're not. This team should have been selling something. I don't know what they could be selling, but sell something because this should be a tanking team.
No.
What are
They're
you?
not winning the division, and they're not going to beat the Chiefs twice. So
I don't
they
think
should
they
Really,
should be
in the
tanking.
wild card.
Yeah, they should not be tanking. They're a good team.
The
They're good. They're
AFC
well
wildcard
coached.
They're not a
race
good
is
team.
hilarious.
They're not
well
good.
coached.
Why would
They're
they
They're
in
not
the
good, but
they're in
they're
the
well
hunt, but
coached.
they're not a good team.
How much?
I disagree.
I wish there was a.
Compared
No,
to the
they
rest
are
of the
in the
AFC,
wild card.
compared to
Broncos
the
No, they
rest of the
are, but they're not a
AFC
good team.
Compared to the
Yeah.
rest of the AFC, the Broncos are a good football team. You're crazy.
Yeah.
They literally just laid 10 points to one of the contenders. They're
Luke
not
said
a
it
good
best.
team.
It's the NFL.
It's the
literally anything can happen. I don't know.
Anything can happen. I have
whatever,
proven
but
games
yeah.
that this team is just not good. They've had the luckiest, easier, not luckiest, but the cakewalk of a schedule when they won a bunch of games. Now they're playing real teams and they're getting absolutely fucking blown out like they did
They're
against
blown
the
out one
Ravens.
time.
That's the only good team they played. Now they're going to go to Chiefs Kingdom and win this game. No fucking
The
shot.
Bucks were good when they were fully healthy. I want to point that out. Bucks were good.
That was a really weird game. I will say that.
Yeah,
Yeah, they whooped their ass.
They did. They did.
we're gonna come back on this podcast on Sunday night and be like, yeah, what were we thinking? What were you guys thinking? Not taking the Chiefs here. The
Well, you
offense
guys
is better
said that
with
last
D-Hop.
week when I said that I was going to take the Bucks plus 8.5, and they covered that game pretty easily.
Well, that's why
This is
me and
never a
Connor
stress.
teased it, and it worked out perfectly fine for us.
Congrats
Like
on your teaser.
I'm doing it exactly here. Like this is the same spot where
If you're
8
gonna
points is
tease,
too much.
if you're gonna tease, don't fucking criticize the people who are taking plus 8.
You
Right,
didn't
'cause
take
we
it
can
though,
both
did
win.
you?
Okay.
Oh, you did
I
take it.
did.
You did take it. Okay. Well, we both won there, and
Right.
you can take your 8 points, and I'm gonna take my two and
And we're
a
gonna
half,
both-
and
That's
we can both
fine.
win.
I'm not criticizing your teaser. Don't come in here saying don't tease it down because it's too many points to be like, how are you taking plus 8?
The 8 in the NFL is crazy, dog. It is insane.
That's what I'm saying. It's insane.
Let's move
Broncos
on.
are a playoff team right now.
Let's move on.
Why not say
New
that?
England
They are.
Patriots on the road in Chicago. Come on, Hunt. Bears -6 over under 39. Let me just say something about the Chicago Bears. This might be the worst unraveling of a team I've seen. I don't know how you could be excited about backing the Bears. I mean, they got like DJ Moore mid-play walking off.
That was the
fucking field.
craziest thing I think I've ever seen.
These are professionals doing this.
Yeah.
You're talking about professional players,
Grown men.
millions of dollars, grown
I'll
men.
look that up. I didn't know that happened.
I
Yeah.
mean,
A top
it is
25 receiver doing that.
bad in Chicago right now. It is not good. Bad vibes all around. This number was up to +7 for the Patriots. I was foaming at the mouth to take that number. It's now down to +6, but I can't bet it at +6. Also, 39 for a Patriots total is fucking insane. Also, this Bears defense is starting to get cracked. It's not looking as strong. I
They're
mean,
fucking selling. They're
I know.
done. They don't believe in what's being sold to them by their
they're
coach.
benching their best corners. Like they're in and out of the fight. It's rough in Chicago. I am worried that they're gonna start unraveling.
Wait, watch.
hard.
Wait, watch.
And I'll come here and
Wait,
say one
watch.
thing real quick. It actually makes no sense because DJ Moore did not step out of bounds before he walked out. He literally just gave up.
Yeah, no,
He
he
did-
just said, I'm done
He
with this.
did not even walk out of bounds yet. It wasn't like he stepped out of bounds, he couldn't catch the ball. He literally was out of bounds and just walked out.
Yeah. I just watched the video, and I wish I had the platform and all the views in the world to say that DJ Moore, you're the biggest bitch in the world for that,
Yeah,
bro.
it was
You get
super
paid millions of dollars, and you're supposed to be a leader on the team, and you walk off mid-play when the play was still alive. Caleb bought time,
Stay
and you were
alive
there.
for 5 more seconds, bro. The
He's
play
out
lasts
there.
He
forever.
literally just
You're
walked
walking-
out. He just walked out. There was nothing. Like it wasn't like he stepped out of bounds and like fought back in. Like no, he literally was 2 inches off the sidelines
Yeah.
and then sat on the
Even though-
bench.
Body language too. He's just a little bitch. Yeah, I wish I had the platform to say in front of millions of people that you don't deserve to be in the NFL. You're a little bitch. Especially that your quarterback is out there. Your rookie quarterback's busting his ass, trying to stay alive to keep the play alive. And this is the fucking first quarter with 11 minutes left in the game. You're not even down points. The game's not even remotely close to being over. Yeah, you're a little bitch. Get off the team. Go fucking cry somewhere else, dude.
Yeah, this is a no bet for me though on any of
God,
this. This
that's
game is very
infuriating.
ugly.
Yeah.
I could easily see the Patriots winning this game.
Yeah, I'm not
Easily.
betting it, but
Hunt?
Yeah, I'm glad you guys talked about that because I don't think DJ Moore is an issue. I'm gonna rant real quick. I think Caleb Williams is a problem right now. If there was a couple plays I saw where I don't give a fuck how bad your coaching is, I don't care how bad your line is, I don't care how bad your situation is. I watched a play where his O lineman got hurt, getting rushed right under his feet, and Caleb Williams walked right over him and just ran to the sideline and cried like a little bitch with his iPad. You want to talk about all the other rookie QBs have stepped up. And I heard a quote from, I forget who. It doesn't matter how long you're in the league. If you're one of the best players in the league, even in your freshman rookie year, you have to be a leader. That's the mentality the NFL is looking for. That's what the NBA looks for. That's what they all look for. He does not have a good mentality. And you can't, he cries and throws his helmet on the sideline every time. DJ Moore's in living hell. You are such a good wide receiver, and you're getting treated like this. And granted, O-line and coaching are the two biggest problems on this team. But as Caleb Williams, you have to be by his side, supporting him, telling him, hey, I'm going to find you looks. Even though I don't have much time in the pocket, we're going to get you the ball. We're going to get you rolling early. It's not there. Caleb Williams is a real issue mentally for this team, and I think that's going swept under the rug. Talent's all there. He's a great player. But if you don't have a mental composure in this NFL and can't lead your team as the most important player on the field, your team will never be good. I don't care how bad your coaching is, how good it is. I don't care how good your line is. I don't care. You're not going to win in the NFL. But getting back to the thing, that was my little rant. I love over 39 in this spot. I think the Patriots saying that our totals are too low, we're putting fucking points up with Drake May. I don't care if it's garbage. We get
that's
blown
what he
out
just
here.
said. He's saying it's very low for a Pats total. He's saying it should be higher.
Okay. So yeah, give me over 39, 2 units, Corey. Would be a 3-unit play, but I'm just gonna keep it 2, keep the viewers a little happy. But I just want to point out Drake May is already a top 15 quarterback in this league. And he's he's progressively getting better each week. Corey thinks Lamar Jackson is a really bad quarterback, so he can put his hands in his face all he wants because he doesn't know ball. But he is progressing each week. His legs are the biggest factor that we have not had in New England ever. I don't know how much Drew Bledsoe rang. Cam Newton was a one-season wonder, and we sucked.
Wonder.
So we had a good year with
A
him.
blunder, not a wonder.
Whatever. But I just think our offense is going to get more versatile. Pop Douglas got 9 targets last week. I expect a big game out of him. I don't think Jalen Johnson will be covering him in the slot. I hope not. But if he can't get him the ball, then we might be in serious issue. Boutte sucks. Jalen Polk should be playing in the CFL. Don't know how he's still on this team. Waste of a second-round pick. But our defense is also very bad. So if there is a time for Caleb to capitalize and get this team moving, it's on offense at least, it's this game. So I'm just banking it's hopefully like a 24-28 game, 24-31 game in each way. But yeah, just going to bank on the over here.
He's a top 15 quarterback right now?
Yes.
Corey,
He's putting,
what do you got?
he's putting this bottom 5 team in chances to win. That is what a good QB does, and Caleb Williams can't do that.
Against some bad teams, but yeah.
Titans is good.
Their defense is good. They have that was their second win.
No, I'm just saying they put up points against them.
Yeah, I had them in that teaser with who was it again? The fucking Giants, yeah. Both pick'ems, basically. What is the best way to rally the locker room? That is doing it on the field. That is doing it against a bad team, which the Patriots are. They will be good. They will be competitive in years in the future, but they are a bad they are a bad team right now. No one's going to argue that. So I expect the locker room to kind of get its chemistry back after beating the Patriots and kind of beating them thoroughly this game. But I have it in the teaser with the Giants.
All right. Finn, you got anything on this before we move on?
Nope. Let's move on. I got my rant out. I didn't even know that was a saying, so I just
49ers on the road in Tampa versus the Bucks. Bucks +5 at home, over under 50.5. Corey, talk to me.
I'll do more than talk.
Yeah. There he is. There he is.
The nuke play coming out of this corner has been at an astounding 0-3 over the past 3 weeks. Fade me, do whatever you want, but this
Don't
is
do
the
it.
lock of the week.
Don't do it.
I'm
Please don't do
placing 3 units on under 50.5 in this game. The Bucks offense on Monday night was absolutely putrid. I don't give a fuck how many points they scored against the Chiefs. Watching it with my eye, they threw the ball to the receivers. I think they had 2 completions to receivers before that game-winning or game-tying drive that Baker had. It was an absolutely pitiful display of offense, a pitiful display of passing offense, might I add. And Rashad White had, 10 rushing yards? They brought in Sean Miller, who had the bulk of the carries. I don't think they will score any points against this Niners defense, quite frankly. And the Niners, you know what they do? They run the ball, they run the ball, they run the ball. This clock is going to tick. 50.5 points is crazy high. I don't know why it's 50.5. They still think Godwin and Evans is on the team. But yeah, 3 plays. I've never felt more confident in a play, honestly.
Ooh.
Hunter.
Yeah, I love this line. Love
I
these
also
lines.
do.
I do too.
Just don't. Why, this Bucks team sucks
Yeah.
now. Okay,
Thank you.
we're
Thank you.
awful.
we're laying
You're
the
overthinking that.
wood. We're laying the wood on Niners -5.
Yes.
Give me 2 units on it. If CMC play, I don't give a fuck if
He's not
CMC
playing.
plays. I don't care if he doesn't play. This
I agree.
team, one, they are in a bad spot right now in the NFC. They need to get it. If there's ever a time to get it going, it is right now in this little stretch coming up. They know CMC is going to be back in the coming weeks. They need a win bad versus a banged up Buccaneers team. Then Corey was correct. They're going to run. I will say Vita Vea looked unbelievable
Yes,
on
shout
Monday
out Vita
night.
Vea.
Holy
That sack was
shit.
crazy.
Yeah, it was
He's
unbelievable.
a force.
This clock will be ticking. This is just a classic Shanahan game. I think they win by a
Off the
very
bye.
high margin.
Yeah. I was
Off
gonna
the
mention
bye
that.
as well.
I got 35.
4-1 off their last 5 off the bye. 4-1 out of their last
Exactly.
5.
What's the average
And-
point margin they win by?
20.
Don't have that pretty.
Oh, wait.
I don't know, but Corey, I want 2 units on it. I'm not gonna nuke it just because I'm slimming it down. I'll make a point later for another Tony Fenster point, but we're gonna go 2 units at -112 on -5. Don't look back. Don't overthink
talk
it,
to me.
and just trust
I
it.
see
Yeah.
it. You got the number.
I don't have the exact number, but in 22, they won 22-16 against the Chargers, and that was before they got McCaffrey. They blew out the Jaguars last year, 34-3, and the Jaguars were a decent team at that point last year. I know they're not this year. Have a short mind for that stuff in the NFL, but I'm also on that for 2 units -5 on the 49ers. I had it -5.5 earlier. I would take it there. I would take this at 7. I think they win handily.
Yeah, I make this line 7. So this is my nuke play. 49ers -5 off the bye on the road. Tampa Bay, like I said, just put the Chiefs. OT game. I want to bet against teams that play long, brutal games. I don't care if it's in Tampa. They got the bye. Tough loss, emotional loss, OT loss. It was a hard-fought game. Give me the Niners 3 units. Nuke play for me -5. Tony.
Yeah,
You already said yours. Corey said yours. We're moving on. Moving along here. Tennessee Titans on the road in LA versus the Chargers. Chargers -5, 7.5, over under 38. Like I already said earlier, Chargers are paired with the Steelers for my teaser. Not a big teaser week for me. I know my fans love my teasers, but not a big teaser week for me. I already said that play on the Chargers though. Titans are sneaky though. They're 2 weeks in a row they put up 40 yards of total offense. I don't think this offense is as bad as what people think. It's definitely not good, but it's definitely not the worst. So interesting total spot here is what I'm getting at, but I'm not betting it. I already have the Chargers thrown.
Yeah, Chargers haven't let up 20-plus points in a game this year, and the Titans' defense is really good, and I don't think the Chargers' offense is that good. So I wouldn't touch that over if that's what you're implying there. I'm not going to touch either of these because the total is so low, but I would lean the Titans plus the points. I've been on the Titans a lot this year. They've burned me a lot this year, but the last couple of weeks they've kept them close. I would lean that. I don't think the Chargers are good enough to cover a full touchdown.
I agree. I like the middle here of taking the Titans +7 with cheesing the Chargers with somebody. I think that is a super sharp play. Hunt?
I am so happy to see one of my favorite quarterbacks in the NFL playing so well and playing some good football right now. I mean, Justin Herbert with, I would say, B tier weapons out there at best
Mm-hmm.
is throwing that fucking thing. And it kills me because Vegas is good, man. This line is
Yeah.
gross. I can't take -7.5. I
No.
will be hinting. I will have something on this later in our parlay of the week. But yeah, Titans defense is good. But everybody said the Browns D was good too, and I just watched Herbert light them up. So I think Herbert's coming in his own. I think Harbaugh is finally understanding what's happening and trying to mend and gel with this offense. J.K. Dobbins looks good. They have a lot of good things going for them for a lackluster offense, I would say. But it's just too many points, and yeah, that over under is gross as well. But yeah, I'll touch on this later.
Corey, then Tony.
If you guys do remember, it was a while ago. It was probably week 3 or 4. The Bills were playing the Patriots, I believe it was, and it was an over/under of around 38, 39 or whatever, and the Patriots are getting like 8 points. This is the same thing. My bet is Titans team total under 14.5. The book is telling you they're giving them so many points, but they're still saying that the over/under is this low. The book is telling you what is going to happen in this game. The Titans are not going to score any points. This game is going to be low scoring. Honestly, I'm taking that and I'm throwing 2 units on that. -120.
Wow.
Like the logic.
Then
I didn't have anything, and then I kind of heard that. I kind of want to take it, but I'm not. But move on. I like Corey's play. I think that's a good one. I'm not gonna put it on my own spreadsheet, but that's a good play, Corey.
Thank you.
moving on. 4 o'clock slate, the second game of the 4 o'clock slate. Forgot to mention that. Philadelphia Eagles on the road in Dallas. Dallas +7 at home, over under 42. Big news here. The Dallas Cowboys are a fucking dumpster fire. Dak's on IR. CD AC joint. Parsons not coming back this game. I mean, they are decimated. Cooper Rush is getting the nod here. Mike McCarthy's still the head coach somehow. This team is tumbling hard, and now they get the Eagles here on the road.
They just traded a 4th-round pick for Jonathan Mingo.
Yes, they think that's going to be
One
the
of the
savior.
worst trades of all time. Jonathan Mingo was not getting targets on the Panthers. You're just put your quarterback that you just made the highest paid quarterback in the history of the NFL on IR.
Luke, you know this. Jerry Jones is the general manager.
Dumb. I've complained
What
about
did
Mike
I say
Brown.
last week?
Jerry Jones
What
is
did I
the
say?
biggest dipshit this side of fucking.
This team will move on and be great when Jerry Jones dies.
No,
When he
because
dies, then they'll be
it's
good.
the same thing with the Bengals. It's the fucking kids who get the team, and they're dumber than the guy who's got it right
They
now.
can't be worse than Jerry.
Dude, Stephen
This
Jones
guy's
is the
rough.
GM. He's a fucking dumbass too. I mean, I'm happy. I want the Cowboys to
Jerry's
endlessly
rough,
suffer.
man.
Fuck
I mean,
the
this dude's
Cowboys, but
clueless.
God,
He's
that's
clueless.
it's embarrassing. It really is. They're
play
a
this game,
dumpster
Luke?
fire.
I feel bad for
can't
CD.
can't take 7 points in a divisional game on the road is crazy. Can't take that.
Hunter.
Go ahead, Corey.
I honestly think they're going to be better with Cooper Rush. To be quite honest with
I
you.
don't know
Okay,
if
Skip
I'd say that.
Bayless.
Do you not remember, Bengals fan, what Cooper Rush did to you 2 years? Was it 2 years ago or
here
a
we
year?
go.
Ago?
Wait,
2 years ago.
What did the Bengals do that season?
They what? Did they win a Super Bowl?
No, they went to the AFC Championship again. They won 2 more playoff games than the Steelers have won in the past decade.
I'm sorry. Do they get a ring for going to the AFC
Oh my God, here we go. I bet you'd kill for a wild card win, buddy. How about you keep fucking talking? Let's go.
So
Anyway,
irrelevant.
I think Cooper Rush is a viable. He's not good, but he's a viable backup. And Dak Prescott has been playing like a backup lately, honestly. So I don't think this changes it with Dak or without, quite honestly.
Hunter.
God, I fucking love the Cowboys +7 here.
Yeah.
I think it's such a wrong line that it makes sense. I think to hit on Corey's note, Cooper Rush is a good backup. I mean, he's definitely serviceable. I'm gonna take CeeDee Lamb props. I think they're gonna get him more involved just off what if you guys listen to Sunday recap. I kind of noted on what I think they need to do with him. But I can't do it. I just want to see one game of Cooper Rush and see how this Dallas offense looks. I'm not too concerned with the defense. Philly's offense still is it's okay. AJ Brown's beat up. But I'm just gonna stay away from this game for now. But just depending on what the lines are for this game on Thursday, I will maybe have some player props.
This is me going in the back of my brain. I'm pretty sure Cooper Rush loves his tight ends. I could be wrong about that, but maybe look at Jake Ferguson.
Ferguson had a big game last game.
Yeah, I could be completely wrong, but I think
potential ladder opportunity there.
Right.
Spencer.
Yeah. How about our Eagles, Con, man? Coming
Here we
back.
go.
I
You know what I'm
love.
doing here. You know what I'm doing here.
Oh, I want to tease this really bad. I really want to tease this Eagles team down to that 7. I'm also kind of with everyone else. The Cooper Rush could come in and just have a Cooper Rush game like he did against the Bengals a couple years ago. That just keeps playing in my head for some reason. I know. I know. I didn't even
Brandon
get that off
Aubrey
Corey.
field goal. That was like the
I didn't
birth
even
of
get that
his
off you,
amazingness.
Corey, but I just remember that game so vividly. And then I watched him play. I watched the end of the Falcons game last week, and he actually played pretty good there too. But yeah, the Cowboys are just a fucking dumpster fire of an organization. Shout out Liam Murphy, best ball winner. I follow him on Twitter. He said it best. The Cowboys should be selling at this point in the season before the deadline today.
They should have traded Micah Parsons.
Yeah, they should have traded something here. They should have got some draft capital because they need to start rebuilding because they are definitely not making the playoffs. I don't know what Jerry Jones believes in. He's kind of fucking retarded, and he needs
He's
to
just
start
old, man. He wants to win.
He
He's
literally
old.
needs to point the finger at himself that he's the reason this team sucks. But who knows? I don't know what Jonathan Mingo is going to do for this team. Jalen Tolbert's a 10 times better receiver than Jonathan Mingo. Their logic was that they liked him when he was drafted, before he was drafted. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but because he sucked when he played for Carolina. But throw it over to Con. I know what he's going to do. Tease them. I'm not sure he's going to tease them with. I like the Eagles tease.
This goes, I never, ever would ever tease a big road favorite, much less a division road favorite. This is strictly off of the Cowboys coaching, locker room vibe, and most importantly, injuries. The Cowboys are extremely banged up at this point in the season. I just don't know how you look at these. Same thing when I bet the Eagles last week versus the Jags. You just look at both these rosters and you say, how does this team lose? Now, Nick Sirianni is the reason, right? Like, we're on the fence here. But, I have to pull a trigger here. I'm going to pair them with two good teams here to tease with. But I'm going to do Miami up to plus 8.5 paired with the Eagles for a 3-unit, 2-team, 6-point teaser. Moving on. This is the team I about threw in the teaser with them. New York Jets on the road in Arizona. Cardinals -1 over under 46. Take it away.
Fucking love it. Give me Rodgers. They got to start clicking. I'm not sold on Arizona Cardinals. Marv's not the guy that you need him to be currently. James Conner's running the piss out of the ball. But I just am not a believer, and I think that as much as I hate it, I just think the Jets have a better roster on paper. More vets. They know they need to win this game. And two, just a quick note. Once again, if we're at DraftKings, go over to FanDuel, get New York Jets plus 1.5 here, just in case. But yeah, I don't think I need to say too much. Rodgers and Devontae are finally starting to gel. We saw that in the Thursday night game last week. But yeah, not too much explaining here. Just trust in Rodgers, and hopefully they get a win.
Yeah, I'm gonna just jump in here. I don't really have a play. I would just say that I'm not sold on the Jets just being a team that we can reliably bet on. The Cardinals have shown me more this season than the Jets have, outside of 2 Thursday night games, I believe, that the Jets have won, where they actually looked competent as a team. Those are the only 2 games that they've looked good in. I'm not going to just be like, yeah, we should be betting on this team. I would lean the Cardinals, but I'm not going to make an official play.
I am pretty much the same thing here. I do not have an official play because the Cardinals have hurt me for a long time now this season. I'm not going to put my money on them. I still like them. Might bet them in the future. However, I think this is going to be a shit pumping by the Cardinals onto the Jets. I think the Cardinals might beat this team by 20, quite frankly.
Bet it.
I'm not.
Let's go
I
head to
can't.
head.
I
Let's go
can't.
head to head.
No, I can't. I can't.
Well, you can't say they're going to beat them by 20 and then
No,
not
but
lay
they've
1
hurt
point.
me. They've
You
hurt
can't do
me.
it.
I like
You
them.
can't
This
do
is
it.
my bias. This is my Cardinals bias. They're my NFC team. I like them. However, I've lost money on them. So I like the Cardinals minus 20 as a lean.
Oh, I will let whoever was reading these off to go ahead and finish off the Cardinals Jets.
It's
I
just
believe
Tony.
Finster is the only one who has enough picks. Finster, you got anything?
I will have. I hate doing these pods on Tuesdays because I'm envisioning all the player props I'm gonna have on Thursday. But I love a couple players in this game, so not anything on the game. I'll see you on Thursday though.
I lean Jets. I really do. I lean Jets with the momentum. That's it. Just lean for me. Nothing else.
I'm the only one with a play in that game. Crazy.
Huh?
I'm the only one with a play in this game. No.
I
Yeah.
know. Moving on.
It's a hard game to read, really.
Jets minus 20 or Cardinals minus 20. Sorry.
Moving on.
Thank you, Corey.
Crazy.
Sunday Night Football. Detroit Lions on the road in Houston. Houston plus 3.5. Over under 49. Big news. Is Nico Collins playing in this game? This is
Yes.
a designated
He
return
should
date.
be.
Absolutely should be.
Well, if that's the case, I'm going to go ahead and bet against the best team in football, only for a
Yep.
unit. Give me Houston plus 3.5 at home for a unit versus the Lions. Only one unit because the Lions are my highest rated team, but this is a good spot for Houston here.
I will be tailing on that if I get confirmation on Thursday Nico Collins is playing, and only if Nico Collins is playing. So I'm not making that official yet. I'll make that official on Thursday if he plays.
Unless he absolutely dies on the practice field, his hamstring again, it's highly
I
unlikely.
heard
that he-
very no setback. Green light.
Yeah. He said he's great recovery in this. He's could have played last week if he didn't get placed on IR. So I think he's perfectly fine. But I get if you guys want to wait. I want the over in this game. I want the over. With Nico Collins brings so much to this Texans offense, especially with the deep ball, which can absolutely sail your over. This should be, I think, around 52.5. We're getting a little bit more than I expected here. So yeah, give me the over. Both these offenses are absolutely elite. Not much else to say about it.
I'm going to tail
With
that.
with
I
with
like
Nico,
that.
they're
Give me that for
elite.
unit as
They've
well.
not been elite. With Nico, they are elite.
Yeah.
Give me that for a unit as well, Corey. I like that play fit. Give me the
Also,
over.
I'm gonna we can lead this into Hunter in case he has a play, but the trailing of Lions receivers going against the Lions just absolutely crushing. I didn't have it on the pod. Wish I did. I placed a wager on Jaden Reed 100 plus receiving yards at plus 850. God, it was so easy. They just give up 100 yards to every wide receiver one. I'd expect Nico to go off. Hunt, you got anything?
Nope.
I am also on the over 49 in this game. CJ Stroud has his favorite toy back. I expect this Houston.
Wow.
Okay.
What?
Pause.
Someone said that. Someone
He
said
has
that
his
on Monday night.
He has his favorite guy. I don't know.
Favorite guys. That's just even weird.
Whatever.
Try one more time. You got it.
He has his little plaything back.
Okay.
All right.
We're done.
All right. Anyway, I expect this Houston offense to kind of be revamped with Nico Collins being back. And we don't really have to talk about this Lions offense. They will put up points until they show you that they're not.
Yeah.
I like over 49. I think the total should be a little higher, as Finster said, but you're not gonna fool me.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, shout out to Jared Goff. I did not expect him to totally win that game in Green Bay because one, Jared Goff in bad weather is abysmal, and this game's in a fucking dome. That's all you gotta know. He's gonna rock.
That's right. Moving on, Dolphins on the road in LA on Monday night. This is going to be an electric game. Rams minus 2.5. Over under is 50. I already gave out the Dolphins plus 8 in a teaser. Go ahead. Talk to me.
Swing back to me.
Corey.
I think this is very simple, and it's the Dolphins plus 2.5 here. I knew that would get a reaction out of Luke over there. The Rams writer.
Yeah.
The Dolphins look good. Tua looks good. They're still not getting Tyreek involved, which kind of pisses me off. but I expect him to be involved in this game. I'm probably going to ride Tyreek's anytime touchdown scorer again this week and ride it until he scores. But yeah, I think the Dolphins kind of win this game and win this game pretty convincingly.
Luke?
I couldn't disagree more. This is my nuke. Rams minus 2.5.
Oh
I think
my
I think this Rams team is for real. This is a 3-unit play for me.
Wow.
This Rams team's for real. I think this defense is getting healthy. I think they're getting good. Jared Verse is a fucking problem. This guy's a goddamn game wrecker. Out of Florida State, he's unbelievable in the run game, and he's killing people on the pass rush. We're not talking enough about how bad this Miami defense is. This Miami defense is one of the worst units of the league. They are getting cooked up and down the field. Run game, pass game, doesn't matter. I expect Sean McVay to get boys cooking. Stafford's going to be dipping and dicing. If Puka Nacua doesn't get kicked out of that game, the Rams win even more convincingly than they already did.
Right.
Puka, Kupp, and Kyron, they're going to blow this Dolphins defense up. They're going to destroy them. I expect this to be a very convincing route on Monday night.
It's my time. Okay. All right. Here's what we formulated. Finster really struck a nerve when he was not in a bad way, in a good way. So I've really rethought how I want to make this podcast my bitch. So we're going to lower our units down. And I've been quoting my favorite plays of the week, but everybody knows I've had, 3, 4 nukes. And I think I've had 4 in 1 week, or maybe 3. But I usually do a lot of nukes. We're done with that. We're going to have a quote play of the week, 1 a week. And we are not going above 3 units. We're going to revamp this entire offense, if you may call it, on my side. And we're going to attack these books. Lower the units, win more. Focus in. So, quote play of the week, starting with the quote. It's a good time. We're coming off a rough week, losing around 10 units last week. Hoping to recoup is what ruins the gambler. We don't have to hope here because we are going to recoup. I don't know how you guys aren't seeing this. And maybe you do, but you just like the Dolphins or Rams more. Give me 3 units on over 50 at minus 112. Rams offense puts up fucking numbers in bunches when these wide receivers are playing, and this Dolphins defense sucks. We just saw it, and they're capable of driving down the field whenever they want to. Bills Dolphins last week, we had the over in that, and that cashed with, cashed. So to me, the Rams are, they have a good D line, whatever. I still think their secondary is very, very bad. I expect a huge game, primetime game out of Tyreek Hill. And we're going to start doing this once a week. So I hope if you have been tailing me, it's more manageable now for your bankroll and we can start winning together in smaller bunches. But let's go get a win.
Proud of you, Hunt.
Dolphins are the best 2-win team in a long time.
Tony?
Hunt kind of just said what everything I was going to say, man. These defenses are atrocious. Give me 2 units on the over here as well. The Rams are with Puka and Cooper Cup. It's just a whole different world out there, man. It's like the Rams offense is like the Super Bowl team they were even without Puka a couple of years ago. And Kyron is going to run the absolute shit out of the ball. I don't remember, some fucking team down in Cincinnati, some ass team led by Burrow. I don't know, but give me the over here, 50 points. This game could easily be. I wish there was a bet you could do on the books that this could be the highest scoring total of the season so far, because I would bet that, honestly. I really think. I mean, you got to think about it this way. You have the Dolphins team with Tua back and 2 of the fastest guys, big playability here. Neither defense is good at all in the red zone. And then you have also two guys who can easily dink and dunk and an explosive running back. This game could probably end with 75 points on the board. I might come back Thursday and do some alternate overs here with the bigger totals. I usually don't do that. We'll have to see the odds, but I won't take up too much time. So we'll just stick with the over for now for 2 units.
All right, let's wrap this thing up. Let's get into our bankroll builder parlays. I want 2 units on Vikings money line paired with Niners money line. 2 unit plus 121. Luke?
Yep. I actually have
Lotto.
a bankroll builder. No lotto.
Oh, okay.
I haven't hit one yet. They're just doing me wrong. Still am sick about Tyler Huntley and the Dolphins selling my one. We're going straight bankroll builder. Niners money line, Bills money line paired together at plus 113. Give me 3 units on that.
Hunt?
Yep. We are gonna go Chargers money line and Bills money line, and that will be minus 114, Corey. And I want 2 units on that, please.
Finster.
I never have a play for this thing. Just bet. If you
Chargers
want to
over the
bank,
Niners in that hunt?
I'm gonna build your
Chargers are
bankroll,
playing the
bet on
Titans,
those.
so
Corey.
Niners playing the Bucks.
I also don't have one for this week.
Awesome. Well, that's a wrap. Week
That's a
10
wrap.
pod.
Third time's the charm, baby. Third time's the
Thursday.
charm.
we did it.
We'll be back Thursday and Sunday for the recap. Everybody, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys win some money.
Yep. Peace.
Peace.
I need $1 bad.